All right, welcome to week 3 of our Intro to Programming for Business Majors. This is an intro to Java programming for people who don't have any previous programming experience. We're going to do the week 3, the lab 4 walkthrough. This time we're going to do the dialog boxes. I already did one video with the scanner. Now we're going to do it with the dialog boxes. You don't have to do both. This is just you pick one or the other, but I just want to show you both ways to do it. Let's go ahead and look up what we want to do first. So just like the other one we did, and this is very much like the first one we did too, you're just going to need to have, number one, 3 variables, a string, an integer, and a double. And you're going to use user input to do something like this. You can ask for a name, the age, how much you want to make, what's your name, your age, how much you like to earn. You can do it that way, and you can change it into months. This does a calculation here for you. And, or you can just do straightforward how many calories are in a soda, that kind of stuff. We don't need, if you don't want to do the calculation, we can just do a straight earn, we don't even need to put you're this old. So I'm going to go ahead and I won't even do the calculations to make it quicker. I'll just go ahead and pop over into NetBeans. I've already pulled it up. I created a new one called New Project Lab 4 Part 2. All our stuff's here. We are going to be using the dialog box, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that in first. So that's the first thing we got to worry about. And we do that. We go up to here before the class. Notice this is before the public class. You can go before or after the package thing. It doesn't matter. And we're going to say import javix.swing.j option pane. Okay. And now you see this, get the squiggle line and a little warning sign. You're fine. This is yellow. You're good. If it was red, we had like a syntax error. But we've got this just says you hasn't used it yet. No, we haven't because we're still writing the program. All right. So one thing, if you remember from the dialog boxes, is that everything that comes through is a string. Everything you type in the dialog box becomes a string. So we're going to use an intermediate variable to convert to our integers and our doubles. So we're going to start with, we'll call this our input string. And then I'm going to make another string. This will be my name. Then I'm going to have a string. It's an int. It'll be my age. And then we'll have the double. And this is going to be the salary. This is the salary I want. Okay, cool. So now we've got our variables created. We've imported our JavaX. So now let's go ahead and use make our first dialog box. So we're going to say name. Because remember, you have to give it a value. It has to, because I'm bringing this dialog box up, I'm going to enter something in. So it needs to know where is it putting the information I'm putting in. So name, so that's the variable of the data. Once I enter, we'll go into. Okay. So we say J option pane. And remember, we got to keep track of the capital letters we got there. And then this will sometimes come up to give you a whole bunch of options. So we're going to say we want show input dialog. You can see it's up here. I can click on it, and there we go. So this message auto-loaded. I don't want it, so I'm just going to delete this and restart myself. And I'm going to say, what is your name? Okay. Now, because it's a dialog box, I don't have to worry about the spaces in between like we did when we were using the scanner, So keep that in mind. Bring this down a little bit more. Oops. Now see I got an error. What my error is, I forgot to put my semicolon there. All right, cool. So now we're going to do one with that's a string, so that's fine. We don't have to worry about it. Now we want to bring in my age. So we need to first have a place to put the value. We're going to put in the input string, and then we're going to convert it to an integer. Okay. So to do that, we're going to say input string, and then the same thing we did before here with the J option pane. Hold on. Sorry, get my mouse in the right spot here. And then we're going to do the same thing, show input dialog, which pops up as my first one here. And again, don't need that, so I'm just going to get rid of that myself. And then we're going to put there, what is your age? All right. And make sure we put our semicolon at the end. Now we need to convert this input string into an integer. Okay, so to convert it into an integer, we're going to come here and we're going to put age, which is my integer, and then I'm going to say integer dot parse int, and then I give it the value input string. So what that does, it parses this input string and makes it an integer. All right. That's all you've done. There's a whole lot of words. It's all that's happened. So this one we didn't have to worry about because name is a string, but age is not. Age is an integer, so we had to convert it. Okay. So let's go ahead now with our double, and we're going to say, again, we're going to use the input string again. Because we've already converted it to another. We've already sent the value over to age, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. So we can just use it now. And we're going to say J option pane dot show input dialog. And from here, I'm going to say, much would you like to make? Or let's make it earn. Hey, how much would you like to earn? And now, semicolon there. Now we have to deal with this one. Now I got to convert this one over here. So now I've got salary, which is my double. So I'm going to now go with double dot parse double. And in the quotes, I'm putting the name of input string. Okay. So that'll parse the input string. Okay. So then finally, instead of just having a regular output, let's go ahead and put the output here to a dialog box. So we're going to go up here again now, and now we're going to go start off with our J option pane again. Now we're going to say show message dialog. And I'm going to go in here and get this out of here. My name is, and we're going to have name, period, I am, age, years old, plus up here, just for you. Okay. Maybe I'm going to put it down here. Hold on. You got a period in there. Sorry about this. I'm typing off there. And I would like to earn salary dollars a year. Period. Okay. All these spaces don't matter. Okay, I'm getting a little error, and it's because I forgot to put in the null here in the front. So you got a null for the first value of the parent component. And then now we should be good. Let's go ahead and run this thing. All right, and of course the dialog boxes are popping up on the wrong screen, but here they are. What's my name? I'll put in Ben. Okay, what's my age? Sadly, it's too old. Okay, and how much would I like to earn? I would like to earn $5 million a year. Why not? Say okay. And there you go. Now notice we did come out because it's a double. I put in that 5 million. It came out as a. You guys remember this is for scientific notation. So the E7 is basically, if you remember in scientific notation, when you would type something here, you would say, so like 7.2 times 10 to the. So that's what that would be. That E means 10 to the something. Okay, now there's one other thing I forgot to do, and it's because I just forgot, but anytime you're working with the dialog boxes, you're going to want at the end to put in system exit. A 0 just kind of says the standard, and that'll make sure when you close the final dialog box, the program itself actually does close successfully. All right, well, that's it for this lab. I look forward to seeing you next week. And again, remember, you don't have to do both these. You only have to pick one side or the other. Either you can do scanner or you can do it with the dialog boxes. And thank you very much.